Sheila de Tanserville. I'd sensed from the start that some dark mystery lay behind that cold countenance. Following the demise of the Council and Conclave, there was no one left to keep the mages in line. But regicide? Why? What was this all about? It seemed these questions would be answered at Loch Muin, an ancient city amidst mountains, the remnants of the civilization of the Vrans, whose dusk had come long ago. And you would be right to ask, why did you not set out for Loch Muin, Master Dandelion? Your humble servant and chronicler was forced to flee the Pontar Valley, as he very well might have paid with his life for his heroic stand against King Henselt. And to allow oneself to be humbly slaughtered, consigning to oblivion this account of incredible events, would be a grave transgression against the arts and letters. Yet, forever feeling a vast, shared responsibility for the fate of the North, I dispatched to Loch Muin my faithful and capable friend, Geralt of Rivia. Have I mentioned his disdain for politics? Well, it was at Loch Muin where he could finally give vent to it.
Has Radovid's messenger been by?
Yes, sir.
And what did he say?
Temeria cannot survive. The kingdom will be divided. The nobles are riled. Constable Natalis stands on shaky ground.
The loyal old Natalis will get kicked in the ass. How predictable.
They nearly reached an agreement, but without Foltest's daughter, it didn't work out.
Perfect. Are the quarters ready?
There is a little problem.
Then we must look at this problem. There's no door.
We can't lock her in a doorless cell.
I can see that, you fool. Out of my way. Uncle Deathmold will cast a tiny spell on your little house. Versa Anem. We won't let that naughty Natalis get you. Clear up in here. This is Loch Muin, not a bloody pigsty.
Oh, bollocks, Geralt. Marshal Raupenek was a cruel, bloodthirsty prick, true. But the times were different.
He had his men murder every last elf in Loch Muin.
For years, Yorveth and his ilk have been using that banner to wipe their asses clean of the shit they do. In wartime, a commander's forced to make all kinds of decisions. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, and I'm sure it lay really heavily on Raupenek's conscience.
Bollocks again. I've already admitted he was a prick. Are you defending the Enshe? They've got barrels of blood on their hands as well. With the Vrans gone, we had to safeguard this source of the power, safeguard this historic city. Huh, elven drivel. Heaps of lizard-like bones were found in nearby caves, all bearing traces of sword cuts. Think what you will. I'm more interested in the city's current inhabitants.
Why am I worried you're going to do something really stupid once we get there?
Above all, I'll find the cure to my suffering. Its name is Deathmold.
Careful you don't step in some serious shit while looking for that cure.
You will feel death consuming you.
You're counting wyverns before they've hatched.
He's no wyvern. He's a rat with no sewer left to hide in. The Blue Stripes were more than a fighting force. I selected and trained those men myself. True, there were good days and bad. They weren't even given the chance to die in combat.
You also lost your king, Vernon. Don't forget why you embarked on this mission.
I haven't. If Letho and Sheila are in Loch Muin, they'll never leave it alive.
This is the last place I'd expect to see Knights of the Flaming Rose.
They're here with Radovid. After losing their foothold in Temeria, they rebuilt their position at the Redanian court. You best stay out of sight. You never know with those bigots.
Yeah, we also had a little disagreement recently. They could be holding a grudge.
I'll explain that your presence in Loch Muin is necessary.
What now? What can we expect to see in the city?
Separate camps, buffer zones, and frequent patrols. Well, that's how it should be organized if those mages from the Conclave have any sense.
Ah, another area of your expertise.
The Peace of Sintra was signed on April the 2nd, and all around was quiet, calm, and orderly. If you don't count Henselt's roars and the all-night festivities of the Mahakam Volunteer Army. And the common folk were positively thrilled with the parade that followed. Yet, not one of those fuckers even knew that I, and a few others like me, spent a week poring over the city map and devising a way to keep those crowned idiots separate, just in case one decided to deal the next blow in a long-standing feud. In any case, I hope to see something similar here.
Relax. The mages want royal gold. They'll make sure all the sources of financing remain alive and present, at least until the inevitable quarrel of the Pontar Valley breaks out.
Well, we'll see if there is indeed a way where there's a will. If we're separated, we'll meet up again in the main square.
Fine.
One more thing. The Witcher Geralt of Rivia is with me. I trust you'll let him pass if he turns out.
We're to let Foltest's killer through.
I'm after the real murderer, whose Geralt had put me on his trail.
If you say so. None of our concern. Temeria's internal affairs.
Halt! Who goes there?
Geralt of Rivia.
I'd slaughter you like a dog if it wasn't for Vernon Roach.
I'm not a kingslayer.
I don't care if you killed Foltest. You stood against us, and the Order never forgets.
Regards.
Greetings. Greetings.
Regards.
I shall pray for you.
Regards. Regards.
I shall pray for you. May the eternal fire light your way.
Undeniably. Welcome.
Stay away from me.
I know nothing!
No offence, but you're scaring my customers away.
Waste of words.
I know nothing!
What?
One day someone will get you in a dark alley.
Roach may trust you, but I'm not so sure. What do you want?
Representatives of the Council of Regents. Did any come with you?
Only Baron Kimbolt and Count Maravel. The other 5 remain in Vizima. It seems that save Baron Orval, most spend their time trying to devise a way to undermine Anais' claim to the throne.
Kimbolt and Maravel. What's their stance?
Well, they've taken opposing positions, as one might expect. The Baron believes Anais' origin, if you will, stands in the way of her taking the throne, though it's common knowledge that he would simply prefer to seat himself on it. Whereas Maravel has said that Foltest's children have his full support. He stated this in Vizima before the entire council. One thing is certain, words come cheap. Those two may change their minds in a flash if Anais is found and recovered.
Impressive summit, but not all the players have their representatives here.
The most important do. The mages thought about inviting everyone, but time is short.
What about Edirn? It's a huge country.
Torn by conflict and rebellion with no clear ruler. They're not to be taken seriously at this point.
Sounds like the Kedweni point of view. The Edirnians see it differently, I'm sure. The mages will want to get as much as they can out of this summit, and monarchs don't generally like others dictating terms. This may end in a row.
There will be no row. The mages now rely on the mercy of the northern kingdoms. The amphitheater itself is also protected by an anti-magic shield, like the one used at Thanid. The times of mage impunity are gone. They will be shown their place.
Greetings. Welcome.
Hey, stop sowing defeatism.
I don't trust you.
True.
Uh-oh. Trouble?
So many crowned heads in one place. You must be pleased. Young alchemists! Not all that falls out an ass is gold. Yet a cormorant old should spell calling me sauced. Nah, I'm clear of mind like a cormorant. Cormorants! A string of cormorants! Young alchemist, do as you order. Add acid to water.
You have it coming. Oh.
Stop looking at me!
Hmm? Sure. Sure.
Baron Ravenin Kimbolt, I presume.
Does that witcher's code of yours exempt you from court etiquette? Does it grant you the right to speak to the Highborn without being asked to do so?
I guess I don't need to introduce myself.
Oh no. I know who you are. Geralt of Rivia. Foltest's other favorite hound alongside Roach. Not purebred. They say you bring trouble wherever you appear.
They're gonna re-establish the Conclave. I didn't expect so many Temerians to show up for the ceremony.
We're not here for some magic pomp and circumstance. This is about celebrating a new order in the Northern Kingdoms.
Is that so?
Your kind doesn't understand this yet, but your life is about to change. Forever.
My kind?
Wanderers and scoundrels. People, and I use the term loosely, without loyalty or country. People for whom coin is the law and everything's for sale.
What'll happen to Temeria?
Is that a note of nostalgia I hear in your voice? Remembering your service under Foltest, or recalling some romp in the sack with the royal advisor? Whichever it may be, spare me your courtesy. You don't care a lick about my country.
I asked out of concern for a friend. I came here with Vernon Roach.
I know.
We royal hounds like to stick together.
Understand this. I'm talking to you only out of respect for Foltest. Out of remembrance for him.
Haven't seen much evidence of that remembrance, aside from the rewards on my head.
They'd have hanged you if not for the testimony of little Anais.
So the girl finally talked.
Whoever that monk was, to me, he was just like you.
I take it you sit on the Council of Regents.
Not for much longer.
Why's that?
The council will become obsolete. Temeria is a country one rules with a crown on one's head, or not at all.
A lot of people are out to don that crown.
But few have the right. As Foltest's cousin, the throne should be mine.
Or the royal daughters, Anais Lavalette's.
Dark will be the day when we are ruled by bastards. The nobles have decided to share power.
You said it yourself, Baron. In a crown or not at all.
Temeria will be divided into provinces. A shameful end to the monarchy. A shameful end to the country.
I take it you sit on the Council of Regents.
Not for much longer.
Why's that?
The council...
A lot of people...
But few...
Or the royal...
Dark will be... The nobles...
You said it yourself.
Temeria will...
Oh.
Is a witcher a kind of... True, true.
Geralt of Rivia, I am delighted to see you among the living and the free.
Are you serious, Count?
Such an injustice to lock you up without so much as a hearing. And then the beatings, the torture. It's barbaric, I tell you. Based on pure prejudice, the presumption of guilt.
Actually, if I'd seen what they saw.
But alas, such is my homeland, filled with fear, and thus ruthless, cold as stone, dark and severe in aura and mindset.
I suppose there's some truth to that.
A response at once cautious and reasonable. Admirable qualities in and of themselves, positively required in your profession.
If you say so.
But tell me, Witcher, what brings you here? Are you nipping at the heels of Foltest's killer, close to beheading the wretch, as I expect is your style? Do you require my assistance?
I just have some questions, Count.
Well, ask away by all means. I am finding you a skilled, if slightly reticent, conversationalist.
I've got to say you stand out, Count.
I'm flattered, I suppose, but what specifically do you mean?
I haven't quite put my finger on it, but take a look around. Would you say you resemble your countrymen?
I thank the gods I do not. It is because I love my homeland that I am the first to note its faults, and they are many.
Care to elaborate?
Hypocrisy, superstition, lack of learning. Need I go on?
If you wouldn't mind.
Take you witchers, for instance. The gods know we suffer a plague of beasts, pre-conjunction, post-conjunction, magically bred and sprung from rotting marshes and the dark abysses of our land.
No such thing as pre-conjunction creatures.
You bite unnecessarily. We have but one remedy for this plague, dwindling in numbers as it may be, yet it is a remedy we revile. You are shunned, spat upon, turned away on stormy nights. Would you say this is reasonable?
It's the way of things.
Spoken like a true representative of a dying species.
What brings you to Loch Muin?
Concern for my country, Witcher, and an express and somewhat surprising request from Constable Natalis.
Surprising? How so?
Surely you jest, Witcher? Truth be told, few could marshal loyal forces matching mine on such short order, Baron Kimbold excepted. Yet, though I very much held Foltest's trust, I cannot say that many of my Temerian peers feel the same way.
Why do you suppose that is?
They resent me. I share neither their customs nor their beliefs.
Whoa!
Aye?
Morning, men.
Morning, Commander.
Company fall in. Tension! Know what attention means, you fool?
Aye, sir.
Where are you from?
From Burka, Commander.
You've got sawdust for brains, you bumpkin.
Aye, sir.
At ease. We all serve the Emperor, be it in Nilfgaard or here.
Semper Fi.
We serve him faithfully and effectively.
Greetings.
If anyone
Whoever
gives me
you
reason
are.
to doubt this, I shall skin him alive.
Hell's bells, who do we have here? Witcher Geralt, the seeker of square coins.
What do you want?
Last time Zivik stuck his nose in. This time, he's not around. Fight!
Aye, Commander.
Do well by the Emperor, and the Emperor will do well by you. Understood, ladies? Long live the Emperor! Formation! Forward march!
I'll get you, snitch.
Don't try this again.
You lose something.
Let me guess.
Behold, the mighty Numa, and I am his apprentice.
Way to spoil my fun.
The mighty Numa breaks the necks of bulls, bends iron bars, defeats everyone. Numa. His secret lies in the mushrooms and herbs cultivated in Ilanda and picked in the mornings by virgin priestesses. They can be yours for a very reasonable price.
Cade Mill.
Huh.
At your service. Cade Mill.
Huh.
Greetings.
Oh, hey!
Halt! The camp is closed to strangers.
What?
Renounce magic, I tell you! Shatter your towers and crystal balls!
break your wands and burn your hats! Turn away the black cat! And the bat, the owl... Renounce magic, I tell you! Shatter your towers and crystal walls! Break your wands and burn your hats! Turn away the
It's a
black
waste of
cat.
words.
And the bat!
It's a brazen attack. King
Greetings. Nice place.
Many thanks for the compliment. Welcome to the Eternal Fire.
Kitchen open day and night?
It's not that kind of fire. The Eternal Fire is the light of truth, the hearth of a true community. Only in the Eternal Fire beneath the sign of this clan can we burn witches all day and man is fellow man.
Radovid sent them, you idiot!
The audacity!
Pull yourself together! Greetings.
What do you want?
You're not in the Kedweni camp?
Those Redanian pigs tricked us, as usual. They took the best buildings, leaving us the rat-infested ruins. It's better out here in the square. A right good show. Messengers running back and forth, delegates grinning at each other while thinking of slitting each other's throats, and lots of gold changing hands. A lot of armed men around. The kingdoms are trying to look menacing. People like me'll soon have work to do.
Nice to meet an optimist. Really raises the spirit. The mages are making a country fair out of this summit.
They're parasites who'll stop at nothing to get into the king's treasuries. Hence it'll quickly beat it out of their heads. He doesn't like mages standing up to him. He'll tell them to stuff those treaties up their arses. You know they want to appoint royal advisors.
They're also going to discuss what to do given the assassinations.
Aye, the new world order. You know the drill. I see all those cowardly petty knights and bloody mages and wonder where the human race is going.
Forward. Blindly down a steep slope. But for now, the clip of air is more fun than it is terrifying.
This would never happen if the Conclave still existed.
And if Grandma had a moustache, she'd be a catfish. Hmm?
Greetings.
Greetings. Who'd have thought?
Where is Philippa? She should reason with this brat. She should pull down his pants and give him a thrashing in front of all those knights.
I'm afraid she's lost. I know a smell that's sea.
I don't like you. Stay away from me.
How are things?
You're either very unobservant or very rude. I thought I'd meet some of my colleagues from years past, chat with them and reminisce, but they all turn their heads away and treat me like air.
Mages aren't known for being polite.
You're telling me. They threw me out of Banard the first chance they got. Must have beaten the Chancellor one too many times. They've all forgotten me and I believe I've had enough. I'm getting rid of the grimoires and amulets. I don't want anything to do with mages.
I'd like to cast an eye at those if you don't mind.
Sure. Cast both if you want.
Anything on the wild hunt in your collection?
I'd avoid the topic altogether. Nothing good has ever come to those who have delved.
I'll take my chances. I need to know why the wraiths carry off youths. What happens to them?
This knowledge has never been recorded, which does not mean it cannot be acquired.
Well, I'd like to acquire it.
In the chasms beneath Loch Muin, there is a sword that once belonged to an elf from the parallel world.
And nobody's gone to look for it?
There are mages who seek it still, but the sword is well concealed. They say he who handles it will understand the essence of the wild hunt. Could that be true, though?
I'd like to
I venture to say you don't stand a chance against me, but I...
Ready for your chat with Radovid. I need to look round Loch Muin some more.
All right, but don't take too long. Our matters can't wait forever.
It's a waste of words.
Halt! The camp is closed to strangers.
Something.
Are you the mighty Numa?
Who's asking?
Someone who wants to see if your nickname suits you.
Then come to the circus and watch me rip off the ploughing chains wrapped round my body.
You've got a big mouth.
And you've pissed off the mighty Numa. Put down your coin and give me your hand.
I've always been the curious sort.
They say witches are tough, but you? In the circus, you could maybe kick a clown's arse.
Pangrat warned me that you cheat.
What would that slut for sale know about the mighty Numa?
I expect sluts for sale know the likes of you best. Fact is, you could only get that kind of strength from potions.
Fuck you! You're as loaded with potions as squirrel shit is with nuts!
I was clean during our bout. You're a con. They should call you Numa the Cheater.
One more word and I'll shove your tongue so deep down your throat it'll come out your arsehole.
How will you do that? You'll lose your coordination when you're headless.
Why the aggro? I don't need any aids. I'm still the best without them. You lose something.
I'm looking to earn a few orens.
You can only lose them with the mighty Numa.
You a thief?
I don't have to steal. I kick everyone's ass when it comes to arm wrestling. Care to try me?
I've always been the curious sort.
My little ace tits! No one's ever beaten me!
There's always a first time.
If I give you something, will you keep this to yourself? The circus finds out I lost, they'll can me. The mighty Numa must be invincible. Take this and keep your trap shut. Please.
All right. Thanks.